Hey guys, and welcome back to this Java tutorial on conditional statements. So last time we talked about the if and else statements, the different ways to write it, as well as Boolean operators like the less than sign, the equals equal sign, the not equal sign, um, the greater than equal sign, the greater than sign, so on and so forth. And now we're going to talk about the ternary operator. Okay, so the ternary operator is an operator that takes three arguments. The first argument is a comparison argument. The second is the result upon a true comparison. And the third is the result upon a false comparison. So if it helps you, you can think of the operator as a shortened way of writing an if-else statement. And basically we could do that by using the operator question mark and colon. All right, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean here. So let's give an example of this being written as an if and else statement, and then I'm going to show you guys an example of how it's written as a ternary operator. So let's create a variable. We'll call it integer. I call it C1, and I'm going to set it equal to 1. And then I'm going to create a variable called result, and we're not going to set it equal to anything yet. And so we're going to create an if statement that says if C1 is equal to 1, then what we're going to do is we're going to make result, like I took that parentheses there, okay? So then we're going to make result equal to 1, and then we're going to use the else statement, and we're going to say else, we're going to make result equal to 2. All right, so now how would we write this statement here using the ternary operator will be like this. So we'll say result equals C1 equals 1, and then we're going to use the question mark, and now we're going to give it a result, which will be 1 or 2, depending on the true and false here. So if C1 equals 1, then result's going to equal 1, else result's going to equal 2. And I really don't suggest you guys ever use the ternary operator, but it is good to know it because some people do use it. I just think it's really ugly in code. But instead of us using something like here, I think we use like 6 lines of code, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just used 1 line of code here. All right. So next up, I want to show you guys how to do comparisons with objects so that we can use them in our conditional statements, like our if statements here. So an object would be something like this. So string, we'll call it str1 equals new string, and we'll say hi. Okay, so it's very similar to our primitive data types. Like you can see, we have int and then followed by a variable and then some assignment here. So it's very similar to that. I'm going to create another string object. So str2. One of the main differences, of course, you have to use this new keyword for these objects, and you use a capital letter here where the data type would be on the primitives. So string2 new is going to equal new string hi. All right, and then string, we'll call it same str1 is going to equal str1. All right. Now, you may think that we could just use the equals equals operator on these, but we can't. The operator equals equal works a bit different on objects than on primitives. When we are using objects and want to check if they are equal, the operator equals equal will say if they are the same. If you want to check if they are logically equal, you should use the equals method on the object. And so let me put in comments here what we expect from these what we expect from these results. So maybe I create some Boolean operators here. Boolean, we'll call it R1. We're going to say R1 equal to str equals, and we don't have an str1 equals str2. Okay, so what I'm expecting from this is this will be false since str1 and str2 are not the same object. Okay, let's create another Boolean. We'll call it R2. Set that equal to str1 dot equals str2. Okay, now this is true since str1 and str2 are logically equal. And now our third, R3, we're going to compare str1 using the equals sign with same str1, and this is true since str1 and same str1, and I need to make sure there we go, spell it correctly, str1 are really the same object. Okay, so let's use this in if statement here. So if R2 equals true, then system.out.println I'm gonna put same str1 equals str1, and let's do an else if statement. I'm just gonna copy this here, and instead of R2 we're going to do, oh, I did R2 here, let me do R3. R3 here, we'll do R2 and we'll say str1 dot equals str2. Okay, and last but not least, else if R1 equals true, then str equals str2 equals str2. And actually I'm just gonna make them all if statements because we want to see each result, see if they're printed. Okay, so I'm gonna run this. So we see that same str1 equals str1 because of course they are the same object. So this first statement here prints str1 dot equals str2. And that's true. We get that right here. And the last one doesn't print because str1 equals str2 is false. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video on conditional statements, and I will see you guys all in the next video.